do I want to give you this? I don't think it really matters. Okay. And we have Scroll of Mage Armor. Okay, we'll take both of those off of you. Put a couple potions on the belt. Let's arrange this so we have... Alright, we'll put the 2 attacks here. Can cause a creature within 30 feet to fall into sleep. Creature receives a will save, but it's only a DC 14. That's not that high of a DC. Ends immediately if the creature takes damage. Okay, so that's really not super useful. We'll put your Dispel down there. Vulnerability Curse. So that's for another which is level during which any energy resistance or energy immune units on the target are suppressed. A successful will save reduces this to just 1 round. Okay, that seems useful. We'll hang on to that. We'll put our buff over here, and we'll leave her heal right here. Actually, we'll put her buff there. We'll leave the hex stuff, the curse stuff in there at the end. Alright. Start with that.
Yes.
Now she's got some armor. Let's save here. Oh, what's my formation look like now, too? It just, okay, it just kind of lets him float around there at the back. Yeah, he's super fast, so that should still kind of work. Alright, let's check out what's in this house.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Oh. Rat swarm, and rat swarm. Okay. I know what to do with rat swarms.
No glory without
bludgeoning
risk.
damage.
So it comes to this.
I found
sense
something.
Secrets. Okay, no, you can't trip a wet rat swarm. Turn that off. Turn and attack that one. Where is you? Let's try and do this so we don't hit. Let's try it right there.
Huh?
Nope. Oh, I moved. Okay, I think that's going to hit both the rat swarms and not hit any of my party members. Okay, yeah, I got one of them pretty good. Ooh, did everybody save? You got nauseated. Okay, that's okay. That's not a permanent condition. That'll go away soon. Okay. Come on. There we go. Got them all. That only lasts for, what, 2 more seconds? Yeah, okay, we're good. Cool. Alright, so... there's a trap. Let's go disarm.
I am helpful, am I not?
95%.
I hope you appreciate this.
Hide armor +1. And nothing else that I want. Okay. Seasoned wings and thighs. I want to cook some seasoned wings and thighs. Nope, that's not the recipe. Where'd my recipe go? Where's my recipe? Copy recipe. Alright, let's see what's behind the secret door. So let's save first. Ooh. Okay. An incomplete magic circle for a summoning ritual. I can try and finish it, or I can destroy it. I'm not that crazy. We're gonna destroy this. Yeah. Okay. Not messing around with nobody's summoning circle. I also had pizza. Alright. What else are we doing out here? Why that bugged? That's a bug. Okay, I think that's it for this little corner. Let's see what's up here.
You can handle them, right?
Come on. Oh my gosh, we're so slow. Okay, none of them look like they're... Oh wait, are you about... No, none of them look like they're about to... Okay. Oh, are you stuck? Go attack him. I think he's stuck. There we go.
I'll rip you apart!
Actually... We are going to turn that on so that she'll move up to 30 feet when she attacks. Congratulations, soldiers, you're saved. They don't seem very thankful. Oh, while they are searching the city and helping them do that. Okay. Okay.
Punish me, for I failed.
Well, we did it. But I failed the athletics check and it took 4 hours.
I will guide.
I don't have anybody good at athletics, and that's kind of a problem. I guess I should have given him, I've been doing, I think I was doing perception and, yeah, I was doing perception and mobility with him. She's the closest thing I have to athletics, with her +2. But he's really good at mobility, because of the dex. So I should have actually put the athletics on the raptor, instead of the mobility. Oh, we can start doing that next turn, or next time we level up. Alright.
I'll cheer you on from over there.
Giant centipede, giant fly. Cool. Where'd they go? There they are.
I'm sorry I have to do this.
Come on. Come on. Almost there. There we go.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Raimi, my beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance fighting demons or clearing rubble, while people are trapped beneath it and might still be alive? The face of the golden curled Asimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect the city, especially now, when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe, and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city, and yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then that must mean there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt, and they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink out and try again. 2. The old man notices your approach. And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Holrun peers at Wendwag with suspicion. The hunter shoots him an icy glare. We call ourselves the Neathers. Our forebears bore the brunt of the demon's first strike, and thanks for their sacrifice, you sent them into the catacombs. But now that the demons are mauling you in the streets, you need allies, even hideous ones like us. Well then. Mongrels? Descendants of the Crusaders? Huh. A feral specimen, no doubt. You obviously know human speech, surprisingly well, in fact. All right, let's be off with you. The prelate looks at you. If she causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. Who are you to be asking me such questions? I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. I am Holrun Shapak, prelate of Canabras, inquisitor by the grace of Iomade, defender of the city by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, against threats from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. Wait. This way. Yeah, right there. There's a giant hole in the ground. So he's really doing a great job. Right there. Giant hole. I am Ramian of Edme, prior to the Temple of Desma, which alas currently lies in ruins. Wise Holrun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I have been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If Sarkorians had hanged Arilu Vorlesh... hold on. Sarkoris. There's a bunch of information about Sarkoris. Arilu Vorlesh is something to do... I think she was the one that... yes, she's the one that started the world movement that they've been trying to fight for the past 100 years. So if they'd hung Arilu Vorlesh while they had the chance, there never would have even been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum. Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomade. The old man fixes his eye on Sela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomade, and I won't question yours. What precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. The Wardstone of Canabras, the gift from Iomade, the bringer of light. Wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess try to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life. And now the city lies in ruins. It is time to rectify that mistake. I don't like him very much. He seems like not a nice person. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself. They were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now where was it? Ah yes, from Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mom's lies even for a second, and I was right. I think we're going to go with this option. Don't lay a finger on him or you have to answer to me. I like Raymond. I want him to not be attacked by this person who's clearly confused about what the right thing to do here is. The Azamar holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Stop. You are defenders of what remains of Canabras. Can't you think of anything better to do than beat each other's throats in the ruins of the city? You're a fool, Holdrun. You're a zealot and a murderer. But you're a fool first and foremost. I told you the Wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the Wardstone, and you stopped it. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons. But you have done nothing to prevent it. And now, you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit you were wrong, as always. I believe that's called a mic drop. Poof, there he goes. Beast, heretic, traitor, he slipped away again. What about you? Whose side are you on? If you want me to believe that you're no cultist, go and recapture that traitor for me. Or perhaps you want to defend it. In that case, my soldiers don't need to be told twice. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you would not have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canabras would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Canabras didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not, for no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas, the crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards the Wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, spattering the Wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, and the eyeless beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right, too. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Canabras has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Aurilu's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here. Even the Balor Karamzada. Koramzada? Koramzada. Let's go with Koramzada. And they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Daskari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here, the goddess cursed, in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now, that is what vigilance and discipline can do. Whew. That's a lot of reading. Remian really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desmons were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie. Sometimes what they said did come to pass. But can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics could have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomade, forgive me for even repeating the words. Except that's exactly what happened. Whole room. Whole room. That's exactly what happened. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated, but instead I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Okay. Wow, this is really frustrating. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desmons played right into the hands of Discari's hordes. And they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? There's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to guard it. I won't hear another word. Demons are hiding underground. The proof is all around you. The demon spawn that crawled out can harm anyone now. Wait, you're trying to lure me away from here, aren't you? Perhaps you're a cultist too? Want to keep your friends underground, do you? Well, you won't fool me. I won't take a single step away from here. And if you keep talking nonsense, I'll have you strung up for treason. Where can I find Ramian? I would like to go speak to him. How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He probably hunkered down in some hole, like the traitorous little rat he is. He'll be sitting, trembling and waiting till he's dragged out of there. With the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I see you suffered great. Alright, we'll say this last thing. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabassus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Oh, there was experience there. Nabassus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victim's life force. Judging by Holrun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants more. Now he's far from his peak of abilities. Nabassus, this prelate is mighty sure enough, but a strong predator is tired and spent after defeating a rival, and he becomes tempting prey for smaller hunters. But smaller predators, in turn, should ensure they do not choose a target that is far superior to them. Weakness can be deceiving. What would a city girl know about wild predators? I was educated at home. My studies were most rigorous. I have to go. Go on, then, if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Ember peers into him. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames, but then he died too. Don't you remember? Wow. If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. Like this, big mustache. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect the city. Once he got all mixed up about he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. You forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How did you know? Maybe you've done something, thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. It's almost like that just happened with Kaylessa. That's fun. I don't think that's scripted, but that's pretty hilarious. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Okay, well, let's just go, Ember. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. Okay. Oops. Mongrel's face is screwed up tightly, his bloodied fangs broken. The Mongrel's body is sliced from shoulder to groin. Is that you? Are you killing the Mongrels? There is dirt trapped beneath the Mongrel's claws, suggesting that he was climbing, clinging to the walls. You did kill the Mongrels crawling up out of there who were trying to help. Rude? Yeah, I agree. Ember is a little weird.
I must replenish my powers.
Oh, I got fatigue. Oh, what's this? Ooh, more reading. The demon invasion transformed all of Canabras into one great battlefield, but nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. This place saw a clash of titans, the demon lord Discari leading his hordes from the abyss, and the dragon Terendelev, the mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle moment by moment simply by looking at the ruins, from the chimneys torn down by powerful wings in a sharp dive to the bloody tracks left behind when the demon dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. But it is no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins, it is Dago, and he is not alone. The shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over this place, like a gaze untethered from any observer. This mysterious force, unknown to mortal kind, silently assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Dago is vested with his power and looks at the world with its eyes. The past, present, and future stand before him as a unified whole, an unmoving, multifaceted crystal that would be beautiful were it not for the fractures, blemishes, and flecks marring its splendor. What past does he see? In the past exists the one who wielded this gaze in life. Although the one and life are in apposite terms for eons, the supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance. Rather than who or what, a better word for these entities is how. This eon appeared from outside this world, from the great beyond, to put an end to the intermingling of the planes and destroy the world, the chasm disrupting the order of the multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle they came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent Discari back to the abyss. With one swing of his scythe, the demon lord cut the eon down. And what present does he see? Runes, blood, corpses. None of this perturbs the eon's dispassionate gaze. The living are alive, the dead will be judged by Pharasma. All is as it should be, but the demons circling in the sky or prowling through the streets create a jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood-red ink on a restrained pencil sketch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals. The demon's place is in the demon world. How sublime the world would be if everything in it knew its place. But even the demons aren't as abhorrent as the sharp-edged, unassuming crystal languishing in the dirt among the bricks and smashed cobblestones. No mortal would notice it, but to the eon's eyes, its mere existence is an outrage against universal laws. If the eon still existed, they would not stop until the crystal was unmade. But the eon is gone, and only their gaze remains. Dago picks the crystal up out of the dirt and stows it in his pocket. He is mortal, which means he has the power to decide what to do with it. What future does he see? Good and evil, chaos and order, everything is in its lawful place in the multiverse, and is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disrupting the smooth and steady current of the river of souls from life into death and back to life again. The reality, rid of its flaws, is now perfect, and the eons withdraw to eternally admire its beauty, which will never be threatened again. Interesting. After allowing the hero to view the world through their eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed aeon is killed even appropriate here for an entity that is so removed from life and death as we understand them, used up its last wow, I can't say that word. Now they are ready to disperse into nothingness, unless someone decides to preserve the eon within themselves. Will the hero take on this power, so that he may again look at the world through another's eyes, or will he allow it to vanish? Yes, I don't want to lock any of the mythic paths out just yet. Requires Aeon mythic path. Retain the Aeon's power within yourself. The spirit of the Aeon dwells out of sight deep in Dago's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles stowed away until the moment when the hero once again needs to look at the world through another's eyes. Ooh! I need something to drink. Hold on. Okay. Woo! What's this? I see a red glowy thing. Midnight Bolt. The owner of this bolt can shoot it to deal 50 points of damage that can't be ignored or reduced. This bolt cannot miss. Whoa! I don't know. I'm gonna give it to you. Let's leave it stashed there, I guess. Ooh. Can I start this fight with a charge?
A bright future awaits us.
Ah, I cannot.
Can we retreat already?
Okay. Oh man. Okay, go straight back to that
light.
guy.
Take you!
Alright. I gotta try and get back to these clerics. Try and get back to that cleric. And you start shooting the cleric as
No
well.
match for me.
You... I don't know, I guess we'll try yelling at him, see what happens. Let's yell at this one. Oh, wow. One-shot him. I rolled an 8 on my 8-sided dice. So that's her maximum damage on a regular hit. Cool. So now, yeah, you're yelling at that one. Nope. Shoot the guys in the back,
Beg me
please.
to stop.
Can you get to somebody where you can use your sneak attack damage? You gotta get to
Stab
that
you or
guy.
zap you. Why not both?
It did 2 damage. Nice. Alright,
I'll rip you apart.
Surrender or else!
shoot that guy. Nice job. Nice job, team.